What's up, guys? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I know that some of my videos run a little bit quiet, and so sorry about that. I'm not gonna act like, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure at making these quiet videos, but I am gonna say sorry, because I wish that they weren't so quiet, and maybe it's not such a big deal, but I just wanted you to know that I was aware of that. So I wanted to talk about something tonight that's going to help me out a lot, and I know it's going to help you out a lot too. There's a really big, low-hanging, not full, but pretty much full, huge, creamsicle orange colored moon in the sky right now. You can see it to the left of your screen. It's so big. Right over the trees over there. But I want to talk about something that's really going to help fix some things, I guess, and more so like just help figure things out, really. And this is going to help pull the wool off of our eyes here, because this is something that's going on right now, and I am going to dispel it, and I hope that it is going to bless you as well. Actually, I know it will bless you. It will bless you. Yeah, it will bless you. It will make you happy. It will help you feel more secure and more strengthened. So, that said, I'm going to move ahead. So, I did something recently that I just kind of like started doing it recently from time to time. And it's like a therapeutic kind of thing. I make voice memos to myself. But I talked to myself when I was younger. Different parts of my life when I was going through something that was really hard, or that was really emotionally draining, or stressful, or traumatic, or any and all of the above. And it's a very healing thing to do that. I recommend doing that. It's really fun. And as part of it, it's kind of funny because it's like, what? You're talking to yourself? Wait, in the past? What? That's kind of crazy. But it's actually very healing, very therapeutic. So I definitely recommend that. I recommend that to you guys. You can also do this in the form of letters. You can write letters to yourself in the past. But I choose to speak it over the voice memo because it's just it's so easy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's so easy. Anyway, I was talking about that, and I kind of uncovered some things, and I went to some places I hadn't been before. I hadn't been to in a while. And I got to some places in my mind and in my memory and in my heart, soul and spirit, I guess. Yeah, heart, mind, memory, soul, and spirit, that I haven't been to in a while. And it has left me with some lingering feelings. I've got some different situations going on in my life as well at this time that remind me of that time in my life, what I was reaching back to. Anyway, I did go through some really rough things back in like 2016, 2017, and then 2018 and 2019 as well. Plus more and then some, but the plus more and then some got better and better. It wasn't that bad. It got better. But I did go through some rough stuff in those years. And those were, pardon my yawns, those were the first years I moved back to Maryland. And so I struggled with some things. I went through some periods of time where I was really confused about what I was doing, why I was doing it, what I should be doing, if I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. Just all kinds of questions and wonderings. And doubts, I guess, doubts as well. But just feeling unsure about things. And most of the time I wasn't in a relationship with someone, and I longed to be in a relationship with someone. I longed to find my partner, my mate, the one that I would marry, the one who I will marry. And just looking for that. And since visiting that time through the therapy I did, it's a little fresh on my mind. It's coming back up to the surface. And for whatever reason, here with the weather changing, this past few days, it's been a lot cooler. And it's starting to transition. In Maryland weather terms, we are in false fall right now. It is not exactly fall, but it feels like fall. And it will probably get hot again. We'll probably have some more hot weather, most likely, for at least a little bit. Then again, we might not. But anyway, this time of year is very nostalgic for me for some reason. This time of year always brings something back to me. And it usually has a lot to do with deep, deep, deep thoughts. Like, it's just hard to explain why this is so, but it is so. This is a very, very deep time of deep introspection for me for some reason. And with that said, with all the when I get to the point about the dispelling thing I was talking about, with that said about the things I was going through, I also have a strong direct link to this time of year and those times. Especially I want to say in 2017 and 2016 too, but just really trying to figure some things out. And there was a lot of despair. I think there was a lot of, maybe despair is a really harsh word. But there were a lot of things where I just wasn't sure, I just wasn't sure about things, and I was longing for things to get better, and I was like, what is going on? I feel like I'm in a sea of stagnancy. What is going on? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, at least I think I am. And I feel so stagnant. I feel lifeless, kind of. I feel kind of numb. I feel kind of gray. And the devil, this is the thing I'm going to dispel. The devil has been lying to me. Today, including today, and just, I think, pretty recently. I know pretty recently. It's not a matter of thinking. I know pretty recently. What I mean is, he has been lying to me very recently about my situation. And he's been trying to convince me that because I feel the way I feel now, and I felt this way then, he expects me to believe, or he really wants me to believe that I have not changed, I have not grown, and I am not any better than I was then, years ago. And that's a lie. And I'm here today to dispel that. I know that that's a lie. I know that's not true for me. And I know that's not true for you. So I want to encourage you guys today, if you're struggling with something and you don't think things have changed, and you think that you're in the same place as you were years ago, or 6 months ago, or 4 weeks ago, or 10 weeks ago, or 14 years ago, who knows, whatever amount of time, I want to validate the truth to you, and validate that no, you have changed, you have grown, you are not the same, I'm not the same, we are not the same, we have grown, we have changed, we're not the same, okay, not the same. It might seem like we're the same, but we're not. And we cannot afford to let the devil convince us that just because things seem similar, that they're the same. Because they're not. Things are different. The lie from the devil that says you have not changed, you haven't grown, you're still the same, you're still in the same place, you might as well give up, what you're doing isn't working, all that stuff. All of those things are lies, okay? All of those things are lies, and I really need you to hear that and know that, because it's true, and I know it's true. So, I just want to take this time right now to help you figure some things out and help share the truth with you about that, because that is the truth. And we grow all the time, we just don't realize it sometimes. We grow all the time, and we don't notice it sometimes. Just because things remind you of things doesn't mean that you are in the same place and that you haven't changed. And on the other hand, there are parts of us that are the same or similar in certain ways, or there's certain things that we remember from times ago in the past. And There's a lot. There's a lot to make sense of, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. So anyway, I just want to share a little bit of that truth to you guys tonight here. I don't think I have much else to say, but that's the gist. Don't get discouraged. Don't let the devil convince you that you have not grown. Don't let him convince you that you are the same, or that you're failing, and that all this stuff. It's really, he can make it seem really real, and he can make it seem really true, and it can be really easy to believe, and we can become convinced of it, right? We can become convinced of it. But I am here to tell you tonight that just because something seems real doesn't mean it is. And there are lies all the time that the devil wants us to just breathe. He wants us to live them and breathe them every day, all day. He wants us to live and be in confusion and deception and in despair. There's that strong word. That is what he wants us to be in. He wants us to be in despair. And I am here to tell you today, despair is not where we belong. It's not where we want to be. It's not who we are. It's not where we need to be. It's not where we belong. And it's not where we should be. So if you're in despair tonight, I want to tell you, it is going to be okay. You are going to get out of there. You're going to get out of there, and it's going to be okay. And if you are on the edge of despair, wondering or not if you should try it on, don't try it on. It's not worth it. Life is short, and there's so much more to live for. There's so much better to live for. I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.